Welcome everyone, Dr. Thor here, and let's look at a fun tool for psychic predictions, telekinesis, etc. And that is using roulette wheels. Now, here's a cool one that I found somewhere, and it's, I think, is that O-T-R-O-N? I'm not sure. This is made in Korea. I think it's very old, but I don't think it was ever used when I got it. It was brand new with the covering on it. But let's see what we can find here in the box. It's model RG100. Portable solid-state electronics. That's kind of a term that isn't used. That came from the 80s. The same function as a conventional roulette in the casino. Leisure game with more relaxation and gentility. Rotating LED display. Real sound of ball rotating. Optional. Made in Korea. So, and the front. Here's the, so, I mean, that's about it. I mean, it's a very simple box here. I'm not really sure. As I said, it looks like something that came from the 80s or 90s, probably. And it's a very interesting little tool here. This is purely electronic, and the reason why I actually showed you here. Here's what your a typical manual one is. And this you just spin. And you can get these kind of things, small, large, travel editions. You can get them electronically, similar to this bigger one here, but you can get them handheld. So it's quite interesting. So I can get an actual ball out of here. But I mean, what you want to do is, these are great for telekinesis. Of actually, a lot of people say, well, I'm going to try and ascertain where the ball goes. Well, it's more interesting to make the ball go somewhere. So the way I like to do these is, of course, you spin it. I get it going here. This isn't a very good one, but you can get cheap things like this as well, little plastic ones. Then you put the ball, and then you're going to make the ball go to a number. So this has, I think, 33 numbers on it. It landed on what appears 21 red. So what you want to do is get an idea, look at that. What number do you want it to fall on, and then trigger it. Put the ball there and then concentrate. You don't have much time here, so you want to pick a number, concentrate, visualize the ball going into that number, and then spin it and move the ball. So it's very easy to do. This pops out. You can take the ball and it goes back in. Now, generally, I guess with real roulette, not something I've done much work with, I believe you spin it clockwise, and then you go counterclockwise. Here we go. That was so fast it knocked it out. Let me get the ball out of here. So you spin it clockwise, and then the ball goes counterclockwise around, and you want to direct it to go in there. And of course, as I said, you can see from this one, this is really a junky one. I haven't used this. Actually, I've never used it. I just got this out. This one I've used a few times. Now let's move over to, but I mean, there's a lot of these different units that are out there. Lots of small roulettes. There is a lot this is a big one that's kind of a fun electronic one, but they have handheld ones. And of course, the ascertaining and direction of circuits is something that apparently you can do, and this is what's done with other ones like the Battleship game, etc. Now, this is kind of a cool little thing because it's kind of like, it is these has these nice LEDs. I don't know if you can see these. I'm going to try and trigger this with a lower light. And don't look like you can see that too good. Let me get that light down again and turn that light off so you can kind of see this. That's not too bad. So it's kind of like a random number generator, and there's two ways to use it, of course. Well, what is it going to land on? And the whole idea is that, you've got to alter your consciousness, and, again, how many? This one has 35 numbers, okay? And you want to, there's two ways, as I said, where is it going to land? What pops into your mind? What number is it going to land on? The other thing is to direct a number. Well, I want it to go to 20, so I'm going to concentrate or visualize 20 and enter into the box and then tell it to go to 20. We want you to go to 20. Just relax and let the energy flow, and then let's see where it goes. Round and around it goes. Nobody knows. And it landed on 00. I'm hoping you can see that. You can see it pretty well when you own it. Now, the other thing you can do is it does have some cool extras. And again, this may be distractive or fun. But you can actually, again, it has sounds and everything else. Here, let's show it. It's supposed to be the ball rolling sound. Landed on 9. So the whole idea is that you're trying to predict where it goes or trying to push it someplace. And of course you can turn the sound off as well. So you just have it on, and then you press the center here, and then it moves it around as well. And it landed on 7. And again, you just push the center here, and that triggers the light to spin. Now, this is not easy. None of these things are easy. Don't think that these things go, I'm going to do it real easy. That's why I always say when you're using other tools and so forth, that you make it really easy. There's nothing worse to your psychic empowerment than getting things wrong all the time. Oh, I can't do it. Screw it. I'm never going to go back. That's what your inner magical being is going to tell you. And that's why it's so important to not do that. So you've got to be very, make sure you enter into anything you do with success and end it with success. And of course, when you're using something like that, you should do a shifting tool first so that you get out of thinking about the world, and then you should do that. That's the standard procedure. You should also use sigils of empowerment and sigils that empower the device. You put one underneath, and you put one here that you would actually put your picture on. Let me see if I have that. Oh, I had one around here. Yeah, well, this is why typical sigil that we provide with our tools. We don't